told you. How dumb do you think we are? You know what's terrifying? When the government starts changing the rules as the house is burning. The Liberals are shifting Canada's budget to the fall, cutting down how much time the MPs and Canadians have to question these numbers. Meanwhile, deficits are exploding, exports are down, and Mark Carney still hasn't tabled the budget that he promised back in March. Today I'm going to break down what happens if that deficit keeps ballooning, why exports are falling, and how Mark Carney has gone from the fiscal golden boy to a man dodging his own watchdog. Parliamentary Budget Officer now estimates $60 to $70 billion deficit for this year. That's over $51 billion from last year. I don't know how you can get worse than Justin Trudeau, but congratulations. That is a task. So now we're basically fighting a two-front trade war with the United States and China, and we're losing leverage on both sides. Parliamentary Budget Officer is calling all of this out.
Very alarming, right? These are stupefying, shocking, right? This is it's not a funny fiscal outlook. It's a really serious fiscal outlook. And we don't lightly use the word unsustainable. Right? It means if you don't change, this is done, right? So it's very serious.
He actually got up in the House of Commons and said that Mark Carney's spending is unsustainable. What did Mark Carney do? Instead of listening, Mark Carney gave the POB a stark warning. Opposition MPs have been saying, and I quote, "It's like holding a sword over the watchdog's head by keeping him on a short 6-month term, basically saying, toe in line or lose your job."
And I think, as anyone who's managed a household budget knows, if you sit down at the end of the month and you don't have enough money to pay your bills, and it happens month after month after month, you know that something's going to break.
Think about that. The very person that's supposed to be keeping Ottawa honest, being kept on a leash by the same prime minister that he's supposed to be auditing. If that doesn't scream insecurity, I don't know what does. If this thing hits $80 billion, interest payments alone could top $70 billion a year. More than what Ottawa sends provinces for healthcare. Let that sink in. We risk a credit downgrade, higher borrowing costs, and eventually either tax hikes, while the government will just continue to spend this money abroad. I find it funny because Mark Carney's entire campaign slogan was based off of Pierre Poilievre has no plan.
It confirms what we already knew. That Pierre Poilievre has no plan. No plan.
Well, Mark Carney, you have been in office since March, and I have not seen yours. No clear timeline on balancing the book, no trade roadmap. You are just recycled press lines that don't even exist anymore. Canada deserves transparency, not your theatrics, Mr. Carney. And my question is, and I'll make it simple, Mark Carney, what is your plan? You attack others for not having one. Now you've had half a year to prove yourself in any sector, anything. You failed. You have unretired the same failed ministers that are sitting in your cabinet today. Sean Fraser was disastrous, was the worst minister I have ever seen. All three of Canada's major issues, and it all leads back to Sean Fraser. If you were a true leader, you'd get him the hell out of cabinet yesterday. Canada is tired of the excuses, tired of silence, tired of being the ones that have to pay for your learning curve. If you agree, share this video, like and subscribe. Thank you guys, and this was Politics with Conservatory.